Viewers, I.N.D.I.A Bloc's most visible face, Rahul Gandhi, hailed the findings of the Bihar survey by saying that whoever has the majority numbers has the right to a lion's share of the state's resources. His slogan, Jitni Abadi Utna Hak, was meant to win over the oppressed castes and win the India alliance some brownie points. But viewers, think about it. Such a call could end up inducing majoritarianism and could really hurt minority interests. If someone were to take what Rahul Gandhi was saying seriously or literally, it would mean that Hindus that make up about 85 to 86% of the population would have the first claim on the state's resources, leaving very little for the minorities. Indeed, the majority in India is the Hindu community. And if one were to go by Rahul Gandhi's ideas, then it deserves to get more than 85% of the shared state resources, leaving the minorities with very little. This is precisely what the Prime Minister reminded Rahul Gandhi today. Listen to Prime Minister Modi when he was speaking in a campaign rally.
कल से कांग्रेस ने एक अलग लाप आरापना शुरू कर दिया है। ये कांग्रेस के नेता कहते हैं, जितनी आबादी उतना हक। मैं कहता हूं, इस देश में अगर सबसे बड़ी कोई आबादी है तो वो आबादी गरीब है, और इसलिए मेरे लिए गरीब ही सबसे बड़ी आबादी है। भारत के पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री मनमोहन सिंह जी तो कहा करते थे कि देश के संसाधनों पर पहला हक माइनॉरिटी का है, अल्पसंख्यकों का है, और उसमें भी मुसलमानों का है। अब कांग्रेस कह रही है कि आबादी तय करेगी कि पहला हक किसका होगा। यानी क्या अब अल्पसंख्यकों का हक कांग्रेस कम करना चाहती है क्या?
Fundamental question, viewers, and that's been framed by the Prime Minister questioning or calling out Rahul Gandhi's logic. Let's open this up. Shahzad Poonawalla is there with us. Tehseen Poonawalla speaking for the Congress point of view tonight on the show. Tehseen Poonawalla, what's going on? In 2006, and I've tweeted this, the Prime Minister then, Dr. Manmohan Singh, came out and said that the first claim on state resources will be with minorities, in particular Muslims. He said this to a very big council that was meeting to decide how to alleviate backwardness in this country. Today, Rahul Gandhi seems to have dumped the minorities. Why? What's happening? Vote banks once again playing on Rahul Gandhi's mind or the Congress alliance's mind? And are we seeing, therefore, the minorities being used once again, conveniently? Is that what's happening?
Rahul, first of all, that's not what Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh ji said, and I will clarify it at the end of my short intervention. Right. But what Rahul Gandhi ji and the India Alliance is saying, and we stand by it as those who support it, is jiski jitni sankhya bhari, uski utni hissedari, and this includes the weakest sections of society: Dalits, SC, ST, OBC. And it includes minorities, linguistic and religious. And if the Honorable Prime Minister, who's also a YouTuber, whose YouTube channels are not watched in Manipur, wants to divert it and try and make it communal, he may try and do what he wants. Those who are backward in this country will get their rights. For example, let me ask you one question. Though I do not believe there should be reservation in private sector, let me ask you a simple question. How many primetime anchors are Dalit, SC, ST, OBC? None. How many? They aren't. How many Central University vice chancellors in a constitutionally reserved SC/ST posts are vice chancellors? None, because they aren't being given that respect. I mean, very few, not according to their population. So as much population, that much rights will be taken. And I understand the Prime Minister is disturbed. He may continue to be disturbed and spin it like how Anil Kumble or Shreen used to spin it. He's going to be hit out of the park. And 2024, the India Alliance is coming. As for what Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh said, he said first right of minorities, which included religious, linguistic, and minorities based on caste, that is SC, ST, OBC, Dalits.
Look, Tehseen Poonawalla, fundamentally, you're confusing two issues. You suddenly drag in the media and say how many primetime anchors are this, that, the other. I've never even asked myself what my caste is. I don't believe that that should determine in the private sector any consideration. Remember, the Supreme Court also had come out and said in the matter of promotions, we should not be looking at reservations. It had said that. Unfortunately, Parliament overturned that. It was a very meritocratic principle. Now, I'm not saying that people of other denominations don't deserve to be anchors, etc. So don't twist my words out of proportion. I'm only saying in the private sector, it doesn't apply. The same could be asked. When the UPA was in power, how many primetime anchors in Doordarshan were of the caste that you have sort of enumerated here? 0. How many of your own party chiefs have been? Here you're talking to a Prime Minister who's an OBC. Nonetheless, I'm not going to hog this particular debate. Let Shahzad Poonawalla come in. Shahzad Poonawalla respond to Tehseen Poonawalla on this. The fundamental question, he says, is not about dumping minorities, as the Prime Minister is saying. It is about aiding minorities, whether they are SCs or STs or tribals, etc.
Rahul, and I hope Tehseen won't interrupt me for the next 45 seconds. Let's presume what Tehseen and Rahul Gandhi both are saying, कि जितनी जिसकी संख्या भारी उतनी हिस्सेदारी. By that logic, the Bihar caste survey has shown that Nitish Kumar ji's caste is a very minuscule population, the Kurmi caste. When are they going to replace him? By their own logic. Anyways, forget Tehseen Poonawalla. Let me quote to you somebody who's an official person of Congress. Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who is deleted or made to delete the tweet after some time. Equality of opportunity is never the same as equality of outcomes. People endorsing Jitni Abadi Utna Haq have to first completely understand the consequences of it. It will eventually culminate into majoritarianism. Tehseen Poonawalla, rather than lecturing Rahul Shivshankar and his group about how many anchors are from a particular caste, etc., why don't you tell us the last 3 Prime Ministers Congress made? Manmohan Singh, his Abadi was very little. Narsimha Rao ji, Abadi very little, and then after that Rajiv Gandhi ji, and before Rajiv Gandhi ji, I.N.D.I.A Gandhi ji, Abadi very little. How many OBC Prime Ministers did you all make? I don't recollect any. We are also giving a next OBC Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, who is the India Alliance's Prime Ministerial candidate. Forget that. As far as your logic is concerned, jitni Abadi utni sankhya bari, TMC is on record to oppose this as part of the India Alliance. What are you going to tell TMC? And by the way, in Karnataka in 2013, you all conducted a caste survey like you did in Bihar, which was done by the money that we passed in our cabinet. Why hasn't that result been said, given out till now? And in Odisha also, when BJD government wanted to conduct a caste survey, the leading opposition party, which is the Congress, opposed it. Why did you oppose it then? And Tehseen Poonawalla, the ridiculousness of your arguments, today you will even start demanding that players in the cricket team should be based on their caste. Will you then say bus seats should be reserved on the basis of caste? Tehseen, you know, the problem is that you and your party have always been OBC Virodi, right from opposing Mandal Commission in 80 and 84. Then when VP Singh was implementing it and the BJP government was supporting VP Singh, you and Rajiv Gandhi on 6th September 1990 opposed it. Right from the culmination, the beginning of Congress party till now, the number of chief ministers made by Congress who are OBC is only 17%. The BJP is 30.9%. So I don't think the people are falling for this. But yes, if it is about Sankhya Bhari, then please tell us, Tehseen Poonawalla, if the Sankhya is Bhari, then tomorrow are you going to advocate for a philosophy where the Hindus, because their Sankhya is Bhari, should get the entire claim on resources?
Just answer that question. It's a fundamental question. Are you actually advocating for majoritarianism?
Right. Now, just quickly, the BJP loves to say things by the half. In the present, out of the 4 chief ministers the Congress have, 3 are OBC, point number 1. And Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh came from a Abadi that was 1.7% of the population, the minority of minorities, and yet Congress empowered. I have a lot of respect for Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. I have a lot of respect. Today he's an OBC Prime Minister, but Prime Minister Modi put his own caste in the OBC category. That is the fact when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat. Now let me answer the last fundamental question that Mr. Poonawalla is raising out here. Under the 102nd constitutional amendment, the BJP government took away the power of states to conduct a caste census. They had to give it back under the 127th amendment because Congress fought it. The BJP is anti-caste. It is anti OBCs being empowered, and that has been exposed with your 102nd constitutional amendment, where you took away the state's power to conduct a caste.
Why did the UPA hold back the caste census results?
Because
in 2011.
Yes. Because since it was being done for the first time, it had to be redone.
No, my friend, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. Because
I'll tell you what happened on Parliament.
Please. 1 second, sir. Let me finish. Your own ministers were on record to say at that time that there were fatal inaccuracies
Exactly,
in the
because
survey.
it was done for the first
finish.
time.
No, it wasn't because it was done for the first time, sir.
After 30s.
No,
Yes.
one second.
Therefore,
one
there were
second.
errors.
It's
and
not about that.
And
It
those
is
errors had to
because
be weeded out.
it is fundamentally difficult. Because in some states there were individuals who were not OBCs in other states, etc., etc. There were problems because of identifying these castes. It was nothing to do with logistics, number one.
May I
Number
answer
two,
that?
Number two.
May I answer
number
that?
two.
Just allow me to answer that.
Let me just finish my question.
All right, but then allow me to answer.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I'm not stopping you. Secondly, sir, why did you
Rahul, I also want to have a small-
Why did you oppose President Murmu's candidature? She's also a minority of a minority.
Correct. Very good questions. May I answer now both the questions?
Yeah,
Let me answer your, yes. Let me first answer your second question, then I'll answer your first question. Because the Congress opposed President Murmu, that makes them anti-tribal. The BJP opposed President K. Narayanan, who was a Dalit, so that makes them anti-Dalit. They opposed P. Sangma becoming speaker, so that makes them anti-tribals. This is not an argument. The Congress gave the first tribal, the first Dalit chief minister, the first woman president. The BJP opposed all of that. This is not the logic. The logic is, after these inaccuracies are found, it was decided states will do a caste census. Under the 102nd Amendment, the BJP took away the power of states, and under pressure of Rahul Gandhi had to give it back under the 127th
Quick response from Shahzad Punala before I wrap up views.
Yeah. First of all, there were 8.9 crore fallacies or errors found in the caste census done by the UPA. It was sent back to the states for rectification. It never came back from states like Bihar, Tamil Nadu, etc. Point one. Point two. Rahul, you remember the story you had done long time back. If it is about hissedari based on Sankhya, in West Bengal, the NCBC, which was given constitutional status by us, showed how 117 out of 170 castes of OBCs are Muslims, including Rohingyas getting the Arakshan. Now tell me कि संख्या भारी किसी और की और दिया जा रहा है benefit किसी और को. What is Congress's official stand on this? And the Congress officially demanded that out of the OBC quota, 4.5% from that quota should go to Muslims, even though it is illegal and unconstitutional to do that. And Tehseen, you keep talking about 3 CMs being OBC. By the way, you should know that the chief secretary of all the 4 CMs of your states are not OBC. Not one of them is OBC.
And this is data out in the public domain.
OBC. The boss is OBC, the chief minister is OBC. The Congress has given OBC chief
So the boss of this government is OBC, Mr. Modi. By your
the
logic,
Honorable Prime Minister put himself in the OBC category.
By your logic,
when he was chief minister, he was not, his caste was not in the OBC category.
Tehseen, I think you don't have any knowledge about who and how.
Listen, don't get personal with me, Rahul. I come on your show, I am not here to get personal. I have given facts. You can see if my facts are correct or wrong, and if my facts are wrong, I will apologize. But don't be personal with me. I don't come here to listen to you being condescending.
Gentlemen, okay, let's not get personal. I just want to quickly come in here. Just hold your horses, everybody. Mr. Poonawala, Tehseen Poonawala, how do you respond to what Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi put out and mysteriously deleted?
That was his personal opinion. He decided to fall in line with the party because it was creating a rift between him and the party, which is true. And he fell in line, and there's nothing wrong in it.
So that means he was wrong.
And what about TMC?
Well, 1 second, I'm coming to that. Please just give me 30 seconds. Was he wrong? I'm just asking you, was he wrong? In your opinion, was he wrong?
In my opinion, if you're a part of a party, you got to follow the party line.
That's not what we are talking about. That is it. Okay, so that's what you accuse the Prime Minister of doing when he runs his own BJP. You say there's no dissent there. There's no room for dissent. So let's delete it. Anyhow, double standards there. Let me ask you the second question. The TMC has not taken a position. They say they don't believe in caste-based reservations because it perpetuates identity politics, which is where we want to get out of. Quick response to that.
Fantastic. It shows the I.N.D.I.A alliance is democratic and there's scope for different points of view.
Party is not democratic, alliance is democratic.
But the caste census will happen. और जिसकी जितनी संख्या बारी उसकी उतनी हिस्सेदारी लेकर
anti-OBC.
Well, then let me ask you this fundamental question. Let me ask you, will you change all your chief ministers in all your states because they don't belong to the Bhari Sankhya? Nitish Kumar being one of them.
As of today, the Congress out of 4 has 3 and has more than 75% in accordance with the caste census.
I'm asking you a simple question. Will you remove Nitish Kumar from his office immediately? The census has already happened there.
How can
I'm
the
asking
Congress
you, why can't you demand from the JDU? No, what do you mean? You can ask the JDU, bhai, walk the talk. Rahul Gandhi ji ने बोला है, गांधी जी का word is always respected in the
alliance,
no,
right?
it's always given credence. Anyhow, viewers, there are many
Can I
contradictions.
answer that? Can I answer that?
Yeah, very quickly, 10 seconds, please.
The MLAs will decide. Who
MLAs
be the
will decide.
leader.
Viewers, we change the goalpost again. I leave it at that.